You alright guys, what's going on? This is Lewis here for a new video. In this video I'm going to be talking about my transformation. Not specifically, but I'm going to be talking about a question that I'm commonly asked. And that question is, how do I get big? How do I get big like you? How do I bulk, man? How do I get huge? How do I get big? And there's no simple answer for that, because there's so many different ways that you can bulk up. And there's so many different aspects to bulking, and there's so much shit. But I'm gonna really simplify it for you guys right now. Simple answer is you see this? You see this shit? You eat a lot of fucking food, right? I'm not necessarily saying you eat shit food. I'm saying you eat a lot of fucking food, depending on who you are and what your goals are. If you're a powerlifter, maybe you can get away with eating this shit every day. If you're a bodybuilder and you're looking for aesthetics, or a fitness model, you're looking to get into a nice little physique, eating this shit every day is not going to work for you, unless you're an ectomorph who has just the supreme fucking genetics where you can eat this shit and get huge. That's not going to work for you. For the most part, eating this stuff every day is not going to help. And I know a lot of my friends who are like, I eat a lot of stuff, I eat KFC. Dude, KFC is just the worst fucking thing ever. It's processed food. There's no fucking nutrients in that shit. It's all like saturated fats, not this bullshit. That's stuff that you don't want to be eating. What you do want to be eating is lots of pasta, lots of rice, lots of potatoes for your carbohydrates. That's going to add that nice little bit of size onto you. Adequate protein. Now, I'm not going to go over the top and say 2 grams of protein per pound of body fat, because in my opinion that's a pile of wank, unless you're on the gear and you really do recover really quickly. And this is just from my experience, from what I've heard. There is no fucking chance in hell that you need that much protein. It is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not saying that it's unhealthy. A lot of people say it takes a pounding on your kidneys. In my opinion, I've never had that much protein a day. I can't. There's no chance I can get that much protein for the most part. I know a lot of people out there, they don't have the money to spend on fucking 20 tubs of protein and shit like all of these people like Rich Piano and all the fucking competitive whatever, blah blah blah. For the most part, we're not going to be able to do that, because we don't have ridiculous amounts of money to spend. And do we really want to spend a lot of money on shit like this? Like, we want to get bang for our buck, really, don't we? So don't go over the top with protein, in my opinion. And this video is quite jumbled up, man. I'm starting off with the bulking part, the nutrition. Right, this is how I done it. Okay, this is how it worked for me. How I made my transformation. Okay. So ignore all these claims about fucking 2 grams of protein and all that bollocks. At your stage, you don't need that shit anyway. What you need is nice carbohydrates. You need to train hard and get adequate rest. So yeah. Eat a lot of carbs, track your food, which is what I would recommend, so that you don't go over the top and get a little bit fat like I have recently. Even though I do store, a lot of my body fat in my stomach. That's a genetic sort of downside, I guess, that I have to live with, but I can deal with it, because when I cut, I should be okay. So eat enough carbs, get enough protein. For me, that is anywhere from 0.8 grams to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight when I'm bulking. When you're cutting, you might want to go a little bit higher, but I haven't cut yet. This is just from my experience with the bulk. Okay, this is my 1-year transformation from knowing absolutely nothing about gym, bodybuilding, the gym, fitness, all these fucking labels, just bulking up basically. So anywhere from 0.8 grams to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. For me, that would be anywhere from, dude, I'm shit at maths. It would probably be like 140, 145 grams to 173 or 4 grams of protein per pound of body weight. There. Grams of protein, because that's the pounds. That's how much I weigh, 170 pounds. Fats. Get enough fats. You need fats for your hormones to function properly. I'm not too educated on that subject. All I do know is that I do get a lot of fats, And people have this misconception that eating fat is bad for you. Yes, if you're eating the wrong kind of fat, if you're eating saturated fat, it's not really good for you. If you're eating the right sort of fat, the healthy fats, the omega 3s and all the good fats that you get from fish and peanuts and um, avocado and all that good stuff. That's absolutely amazing. That's great. It's going to help you build muscle because your hormones are going to be functioning properly. You need proper dietary fats, but make sure you're getting the right fats and you're not getting trans fats and saturated fats or whatever it's called from crisps and kebabs and like KFC for example. You need to have the right fat. So number one, your diet. That is the key in getting bigger and bulking up. Okay, that's the absolute fucking key. If you're not eating the right food and you're not eating the same shit every day consistently, and you're not updating your calories and tracking them, you're either going to eat way too much and get fat, or you're not going to eat enough and you're just not going to gain any mass, fat or muscle. You're not going to gain anything. In fact, you can even lose weight from lifting. You might not even gain any muscle because you're lifting and you're putting your body under stress. But if you're not eating anything, your body can't recover. You're just going to lose weight. You're just going to lose fat. So that energy is just going to nothing. So make sure you're eating enough. Number two, make sure you're training properly. Okay. So I see far too many times, and I mention this in my Facebook videos for you guys that are familiar with what I talk about on Facebook. I see this far too many times. I'm just going to have a little sip. Where in the gym I see people who are probably about 5'9", and where I started about 140 whatever pounds, and they're doing chest flies, and then they're doing rear delts, and they're doing all of this shit. They're doing calves, and they're doing all of this isolation shit, and they are not building any muscle whatsoever, and they look the same year around. And the reason for that is because they're not doing the right rep ranges for their stage and where they're at. They're not doing the exercise properly, and they're not even bothering with compound lifts. Compound lifts are the most beneficial thing, and especially for beginners, the most beneficial thing you can do. It makes you stronger, it releases more testosterone, and you're training more than one muscle at once rather than just doing chest flies and then thinking, oh, no, I'm going to call it a day. My chest is hurting. I'm going to call it a day. That's not doing anything. That's doing nothing. That's pumping blood into your muscle and then you're leaving. You're not training the muscle. You're not stimulating the muscle enough to want to grow. You're going to look the same year round. So, what I recommend, and this is where I started, and I may even jump back on it because my strength is actually not very, very good. My size, I'm putting on size, but I'm not a very strong guy. My bench is okay, it's 82.5 for 3, and currently my squat, just forget about it, it's horrible for how big my legs are. I should be squatting a lot more than what I do. 5x5 Strongest 5x5 is the perfect program to stimulate multiple joints at once, which is what a compound movement is. It's a multiple joint exercise. So with the bench press, you're training your shoulders, your triceps, your chest, even sometimes your legs if you're getting your legs into the movement. With the squat, you're training your legs, your lower back, you're training your arms, your back, and a load of shit like that. You want to be doing a program which emphasizes on multiple joint movements in the lower rep ranges, but not too low because you're not going to grow any muscle if you go way too low, like 1 rep. I find that the Strongest 5x5 is the perfect thing for new lifters and intermediate, even advanced lifters if they're not too strong. And I think this is perfect because not only are you only doing 5 exercises 3 times a week, obviously you're doing the exercises more than once, but not only are you doing not too many exercises, so there's not loads of this crap, but the exercises are relatively simple to get right and to perfect. You will be doing them in low rep ranges, so that's 5 reps, 5 sets, and that's 3 exercises per workout. So it's extremely easy to grasp onto, but what I really like about this is that it's a linear strength program for people that are just starting. So you will find that you'll start off very low on the bar and you may be able to do it really easily, but as time goes, every single session you will add 2.5 kg to your squat each session until you fail. You will add 2.5 kg to your bench and your deadlift, your overhead press and your bent over row, and you keep going until you can make those 5 reps. And by now you're stimulating your muscles so much that they have to grow, and you're in that rep range where they will grow because they're sort of in the middle of the 2 hypertrophies. Now this is a bit in depth, but basically you're training 2 different muscle fibers at once. Your muscle fibers which help you push more weight, and your muscle fibers which give you that bloated, nice, big look. It's absolutely perfect for beginners. It's a linear strength program, so you will be adding weight onto your barbell every single session. And yeah, all of the exercises are with barbells, so there's no dumbbells included, which makes it that little bit more easier to grasp onto the form and all of that good stuff. It teaches you how to properly balance yourself during exercises, and you will not be getting any imbalances when you're doing this because you'll be training everything evenly. So you're not going to hurt yourself. You're gonna train everything evenly. So you're going to look, tip top shape. You're going to look great. So that's number 2. Get yourself on a proper training program. If you're starting out, strong lifts all the way, or starting strength. Both of them are great, and they will teach you the key lifts to get stronger, get size, and you're going to look awesome. So yeah, do that for a few months, even a year, maybe even 2 years. You can do it for as long as you want, as long as you don't, you don't get to a point where you literally cannot push yourself anymore. So yeah, that's number 2. Number 3, stay consistent. I know too many people who just go to the fucking gym twice a week. They do all of this isolation shit, and they wonder why they're not getting any bigger. You're doing isolation shit, that's not going to get you any bigger. From my experience, I go 5 to 6 times a week, and now I'm on a push-pull legs routine. So I've actually gone from a bro split, which is training one muscle part 5 days a week. So I'll do, for example, I'll do on Monday, I'll do my chest and triceps. On Tuesday, I'll do my back and biceps. Wednesday, I would do my legs and calves. Thursday, I would do my shoulders and triceps, and then on Friday, I will do my arms. And that's basically what a bro split is. I kind of put my little tweak on it where I didn't just do chest, I did do triceps with it. The issue with that is you're not utilizing protein synthesis enough. I've watched a video on this from a fellow YouTuber called Student Aesthetics, and he went over why you really should be, if you're a natural athlete, not an enhanced athlete, it's completely different. If you're on steroids, then a bro split is probably fine for you. But if you're a natural athlete and you're not on any steroids, then a push-pull legs routine is probably best for you. But this is for more advanced, sort of intermediate advanced lifters. If you're just starting out, 5x5 is going to be perfect for you. But if you're like me and you've been lifting for like a year, you've grasped onto things really quickly, then push-pull legs may be very beneficial. And basically what I like to do is, what push-pull legs is on Monday, I'll do my chest, my triceps and my shoulders. Tuesday I'll do my back and my biceps. Wednesday I'll do my legs and my calves and my abs. I do abs now. And then I'll take a break on Thursday, and then on Friday I'll repeat that cycle, and I can switch things up, and I can go high volume maybe one session and then low volume next session, which would be obviously low reps versus high reps, but that's more in-depth stuff. When you're starting out, and when you want to get to the stage that I've got to, strong lifts is perfect for that, and maybe a little bit of isolation work, but later on down the line, when you're just starting out 5x5, you have to do something like this, otherwise you're going to be setting yourself up for a lot of imbalances. And the majority of people do not train their legs enough. In 5x5, you'll be getting plenty of leg work. You'll be getting the squats, the deadlifts, the bench press, which does do a little bit of legs, the overhead press, and the bent over row. All of these exercises use your legs to stabilize. So you'll be getting enough leg work, and your legs won't look like sticks after you've bulked up, which is great. Yeah, so that's basically how I got big, by doing the right stuff and not doing the stupid stuff. And obviously there were times where I was doing the wrong things, but I picked up on what I was doing wrong very quickly. I knew that there was something wrong because I was getting back pain, I was getting pain in my shoulder, because I wasn't doing my bench press properly, or I wasn't holding the squat bar properly. You do pick up on these things, but Just remember to always do the research first before you go and do it, because you can really hurt yourself, especially when you're up in that weight. You really want to know what you're doing, otherwise you will hurt yourself. I don't really think there's too much more to mention. This is how I've bulked up personally. I would say I've put on quite a nice amount of size, but I have put on quite a bit of fat in my stomach as well. But my arms have definitely gotten bigger. You know, my chest has gotten bigger. My back's gotten bigger. My legs have gotten bigger. Everything's improved. My shoulders, my traps, everything's improved. And that's because I've been doing the right things. I've been eating consistently. And yeah, I do fall off. Everyone falls off, but I've been eating, you know, the right amount of food, the right amount of calories, and I've been tracking these things, and that is ultimately how I have been able to get to the size that I am now within only a year. Because I've been doing all the right stuff, in my opinion, and I've been doing it safely. I've been doing it often. Been going 5 to 6 times a week for just over a year now. So I've been very consistent in that. So I guess the big takeaway from this video, if you want to bulk up and get big, is there are no shortcuts. First, there is no shortcuts. So if you watch videos like shortcut to get huge, just blow. This is bullshit, man. This is all fucking marketing. It's bollocks. Don't listen to this shit. There are no shortcuts, especially when you're doing it naturally and properly. You just need to ride the wave and make sure, not even ride the wave, but make sure you're doing the right stuff, and be consistent and just love what you do. That's what I meant to say. Love what you do, because if you get bored of it very quickly, you know, are you really going to be putting in 100% of your effort in every single training session? So yeah, enjoy what you do, be consistent, eat the right amount of food, do the right stuff, do it properly, and last but not least, yeah, just really do have fun, and yeah, apologise for that. But yeah, guys, this has been my first little video actually. So I do really appreciate it if you guys will leave a comment, maybe leave me a like, let me know how you think about the video. I will leave a few links down below, and I'm about to get another fucking message right now. It's probably going to pop on my phone, but leave what you think down below. I'll be posting this in a few little forums just to sort of get the word out there, so if there are any people my age that would prefer to watch a video rather than read up on this, that's perfectly fine. I've just basically said how I've made my progress throughout the whole, you know, the year where I started. I will put at some part of this video, I think I'll just put it now. This is my, for those of you guys that are interested, this is my before and this is my after. And this picture was taken, I will put a date anyway, but I believe it was like around about last February, January. This picture was taken the other day, which would have been, you know, like the 1st of April or something like that. I will find a few pictures. Yeah, that's been me, that's been my progress, that's been how I done it, and that's basically how you guys should do it as well, if you want to stay safe and not cause any imbalances, because I did do a lot of research on this, and at this age you don't want to be fucking about with a load of stuff that you're not too sure on, because you can really hurt yourself and set yourself up for a lot of failure in the future, and you'll be out of the gym forever then. So why do it in a dangerous way when you can do it in a safe way? You can do it properly, lift a little bit less weight, but do it properly, engage the muscle properly, and just make progress. Yeah, that's been my video on how I done it. Apologise for it being really, really long, but that's just a little video on how I bulked up. I've rambled on a little bit, but yeah, cheers for watching. Stop messaging me, please. Cheers for watching, appreciate it, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Fucking